Hi guys, Talina Davison here from India, preparing for equinox ceremony tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday, and I wanted to take a moment to explain to you all the part of the ceremony that is very ritualistic and repeated at each gate that I'm going to be visiting through this mission. And so it's the Invocation of the Seven Chakras is a poem that is held within this book, The Earth Chakras by Robert Kuhn. You guys have heard me talking about this nonstop. This is the book. Really encourage you to get it if you're interested in this work. But there's 7 stanzas, and each stanza connects to the chakra system of the earth as well as the individual person. So each stanza contains 7 lines, and the first line of each stanza correlates with the first chakra, and then the second line of each stanza correlates with the second chakra. And so there's a cycle of energy that is a vibrational energy that is going like a song, like a rhythm that is going as we move through the 7 bigger ones. So it's like a double movement of energy. We have the first one totally focuses on like the energy. It connects to, like, the first one is Mount Shasta, and I read the first part, so it's connected to Mount Shasta, but as I read each line, it connects to each of the 7 chakras. When Shanti starts the second stanza, it has to do with Lake Titicaca, which is the sacral of the Earth's chakra system. But within it, again, it rotates through. The first line is Mount Shasta, the second line is Lake Titicaca, the third is in Australia. So I want you to understand the purpose of this invocation of the 7 chakra poem that is written, because it's written in a perfect rhythm and cadence of vibration that connects with the will and spirit of the earth and the 7 chakra systems, chakras of the earth. So excuse me guys, I'm really tired tonight, and but I still wanted to hop on here and get this out to those of you who are going to be participating with me tomorrow for ceremony, and as well as just so you have a deeper understanding on what it is that we're doing at each of these locations. So the first, I want to share with you the 7 chakras of the earth and where they're located and the purpose that they serve in the earth's will and spirit. The first is Mount Shasta out in California, and it actually runs from California up to Mount Rainier. It's the complete line of that energy system. But Mount Shasta generates the universal life force prior to its embodiment in biological forms. So this is where, before anything is even born, this is where the energy occurs first within the earth system. The second chakra is Lake Titicaca, and it regulates the introduction of new species and major evolutionary advancements for life here on Earth. So this is the sacral, so you know your sacral area. So as you understand, this is an area for creation for us as well, and new life on Earth. It's also the same for the planet itself. The third is a twin location in Australia, and chakra 3, the solar plexus of the earth, is Uluru and Kadajuta, and it maintains the vitality and increases the health of all individual beings. So this is the solar plexus, and this is our power. This is the vitality where our organs are, you know, like right across that part of our core is where all of our organs truly are located. And so that's for the earth also. That is where the health of all individual beings, you know, of all species, it generates through the solar plexus out of Australia. The fourth one is in Glastonbury and Shaftesbury in England. And this is the heart chakra, develops the ability of the individual life forms to interact with each other with love and compassion and to raise the frequencies of all life on earth. So in this one is like thinking about from the heart, our heart center, and it pouring out a new, unity, a new sense of unity and harmony. And so the fourth stanza that is read goes into that, and Shanti reads that one, and you can really even tell by the words the power of how it's connected to this, to the fourth chakra. Now the fifth chakra is the Great Pyramid, and Mount Sinai is three. It's the Great Pyramid, Mount Sinai, and Mount of Olives. And so this is going to be in the Middle East. And this activates the ability to have direct communication with the Earth Spirit in order to understand its will and to allow oneself with that to align oneself with that purpose. Dialogue between the host life form, the Earth, and all dependent living beings. So this is expression. Our throat chakra is where we express ourselves or we don't. And when we don't express ourselves, we do end up with hormonal imbalances, throat issues, thyroid issues. An overactive one can create chaos, which, let's not talk about, just the energy of the Middle East in general and the way it's been for the last several years. So although we're not necessarily in those locations right now, when we directly connect with them through the invocation process and visualizing the earth chakras, or even just at an individual level, moving up as we read these stanzas, moving up through each of your own chakra points, and connecting with your own body in that way as we read, it does translate and get and receive to these other locations within the earth chakra system. So now the sixth, the third eye, this is a mobile chakra, and it moves along the earth wherever it needs to. And it's been from 1904 to 2084, I believe, is when the Earth's let's see, is it 2084, the heart chakra or the third eye is located in the same location as the heart chakra, which is the Glastonbury and Shaftesbury in England. So that's where it's currently located until 2084. And we establish a link with immortality this way, and this third eye moving, the movement of that, it has no permanent geographical location, and it just manifests wherever the Holy Spirit and the immortal beings are furthering this great work. So really, it's during this period since 1904 through 2084, it's been focusing on the heart and the compassion of the world, and that's where we need it to be, so it's connected in with the heart chakra until 2084, which, look how close we are to that in comparison to 1904 when it started there. And then the seventh chakra is at Mount Kailash here it's in Tibet, and I'm very connected to that area, and that one allows complete unity to be established between the Earth's evolutionary purpose and the individual purpose in dedication to overcoming all of the entropy to the internalization of all life. And so as you move up through, as we read this poem tomorrow, and we did this also at Pyram Island, and we'll do this in Sri Lanka in October. It's the same invocation poem because it's doing the work at the same one. Now we have a meditation poem that Brahmanyani is going to read tomorrow for the invocation of the Omega Sphere, which is what we're activating for the earth in general, is her Merkaba. It's over each of these circles that we're activating and expanding the radius of will eventually overlap into a complete flower of life where all the lines of energy are connected, and so the flow is continual and it's not broke up and discombobulated or out of alignment, blocked, like in Reiki. When we're working with the Reiki clients, we remove the blockages. It's just going to be a beautiful flow through the arteries and veins of the Earth's chakra system, her bioenergy field. And so the invocation poem is repeated, but the Omega meditation will be done by Brahmanyani. And then Shanti and I will be adding some of our own meditation and prayer in at the end of this also. But for our purpose of being able to focus on visualizing each of these locations of the earth chakras as we're moving through the poem, we have recorded the poem and we'll play that on speaker tomorrow during ceremony so that we can visualize and move up each of these locations within the earth and visualize at the same time that it's auditory, it's visual, and this is what I'm asking you all to do. And if you're not familiar and don't have time to get familiar with these 7 locations, just focus on your own 7 chakras and pour that harmony and balance out for the world, in a balanced energy between masculine and feminine, and the abundance of the world to where it's more evenly distributed. There is not so much suffering and 8 people holding so much of the wealth of the world. The wealth comes in many forms, and just pour into the energy of this during this time. While you won't be seeing it live, you do understand the poems that are going to be read, the invocation poem. I will take a picture of this and put it on Facebook so everybody can look at what we'll be reading. And we did over a voiceover during our ceremony in Pyram Island because it was a stressful day. We had to negotiate with 3 different police locations to be able, or 3 different districts to be able to finally get approval to go onto the island, because it's a privately owned British island, and they didn't understand the sacredness of it. And then once I explained it and paid some money, they allowed us to enter the island. So it was stressful in trying to do it in a time frame, and so the stress came out in our voice. But this time we're much more at peace with the ceremony, and we want to connect in with each of the chakras, so we've recorded it, and I'll take pictures and share this with you online so you know what we're reading, or where we're getting this from. But I just wanted to take a minute tonight and share with you what the ceremony, the ritual part of the ceremony is, and we use a few tools. And I will, they represent the east, west, north, south, and as well as the kundalini of the earth and the rebirth of the earth. And all the tools have a purpose. We also do an exchange where I gift the location something, and some things are like the color for the inspiration circle is violet. So I have a violet stone that was given to me from one of my spiritual coaching clients, actually 2 of them, a mother and daughter, and their stone, their gift that they gave me, is being gifted to Shiva at Arunachala Hill, as well as a rose rock from Oklahoma, because I feel very compelled to bring that part of me with this. And so I brought several rose rocks with me into India to use during ceremony. And so that's what but I'll show you, I will do a little video before we actually do the recording tomorrow, and I'll share that with you all tomorrow. But I just wanted to hop on tonight, get this quick video out with a better explainer as to what's actually going to be happening. So I know you all are following me, and many of you are following me blindly, not knowing for sure exactly what this means. So as I can, I'm trying to explain it a little bit to you and get a little more understanding. But I will share this, the invocation, the 7 stanzas and the 7 lines. I'll share that with you all tonight. I guess it's your daytime there. I'm 10.5 hours ahead of you. But that way you know what's being said. And we're going to start ceremony at about 12:18 on our time, about 2 minutes before. The recording is about 3 minutes, and that allows us to be, you know, in it, you know, because about 12:19 is when it happens here. The equinox is in full alignment, when everything's in complete balance. When the daytime and the nighttime are completely balanced is at the time of the equinox. And so to invoke a energy of balance on this date is important. I won't repeat the poem on the full moon on the 29th because we've already done it, but we will be doing a different ceremony of meditation that day. There's no reason to repeat it on the same one. It's just an auspicious day. That's part of the lunar cycle, is really when you're supposed to do it. And so we're doing what we're doing it. We're choosing this day. It feels, my soul feels this is the day to be doing this. And so it's all in alignment, and I really I'm excited to do this one and to exchange the energy with Arunachala Hill, which is known by the devotees here as Shiva. Shiva is the hill, and you can feel it too. And you can feel the energy of that. And so to be and to do it on Brahmanyani's property makes it even more special for me because of the relationship he and I are cultivating. So I'll end it here, guys. If you've watched to the end, thank you so much. This is meant to be informational for you, and thank you in advance for joining me tomorrow in ceremony, and I will touch base with you guys then. Have a great day, a great night, wherever you are in the world. I hope it's great. Bye.